Sustainable success follows a predictable pattern. Instead of protecting what worked in the past, the most effective leaders engage in an ongoing and intentional process of reinvention. They challenge conventional approaches rather than complying with them. I spent years studying how the best leaders rethink, reboot, and reinvent. Not to mention, I've gone through some pretty massive reinventions myself over the years, as both a CEO who was managing through disruption, and then later as a venture capital investor. I've even studied reinvention through the lens of a professional musician. Today we're in a fluid world, and we have to adapt in real time. We have to improvise the way a jazz musician does. And while you may not play an instrument, you still can play some jazz. Because here's what jazz musicians actually do. They adapt to changing conditions. They navigate uncertainty and ambiguity. Situational awareness helps them with active listening, ultimately to land in a better spot. Real-time collaboration and problem solving. Recovering quickly from setbacks. Improvising to deliver the best possible outcomes. So I'd like you to think about that technique for a second. I call it the judo flip. It's very simple, but very powerful. When you're facing a challenge or an opportunity, instead of just doing the obvious, what you've always done in the past, you might just ask, what's the polar opposite? What would it look like instead if we judo flipped it? As mentioned, we're facing new challenges, and the one thing we know for sure is that we can't simply rely on the models of the past and expect the same result. We're gonna need to discover a new way to move forward. We're gonna need to find our way. There's a great quote from artist Tuli Kupferberg: "When patterns are broken, new worlds emerge." So today, together, let's break some patterns and explore a new path to success and ultimately driving great outcomes for us all. Think of this session as the antidote to complacency and stagnation. We'll explore how and when to rethink traditions, the best ways to let go in order to move ahead, and a proven model of ongoing reinvention. We can get caught into how things have worked in the past, but the best innovators let go in order to move ahead. They're willing to let go of what's working fine in order to discover what could be working even better. The best innovators look at setbacks a little different. They don't look at setbacks as failure. They look at setbacks as insight and portals to discovery. So when they screw something up, which is inevitable, they don't berate themselves. They don't wallow in shame. They say, what can I learn from it? When I play music, I'm often asked, hey, how do you know you're gonna get it right? It's very fast, complicated music. And of course, I always laugh and say, I know I'm not gonna get it right. Never have, never will. I know I'm gonna make mistakes. So my musical confidence doesn't come from thinking I'm gonna get it right. It comes from knowing how to recover. And that's the same thing for business confidence and tech confidence. The confidence isn't expecting to get it right. It's knowing how to bounce back. Through unexpected case studies and actionable frameworks, you're going to leave better prepared to tackle tough challenges and seize bold opportunities.